The Art of Living Alone, Finding Peace in Yourself, written and published by Becoming Better. Introduction. In a world that often equates happiness with companionship and constant social engagement, the idea of living alone can seem daunting, even unconventional. Many people fear solitude, believing that it inevitably leads to loneliness and isolation. However, the truth is that living alone is not a state of emptiness, but an opportunity for profound self-discovery, growth, and personal fulfillment. This book is an exploration of the art of living alone, not merely surviving in solitude, but thriving in it. It is about shifting perspectives, embracing independence, and finding peace within yourself. Rather than seeing solitude as something to be endured, you can learn to see it as a source of empowerment, creativity, and deep inner connection. Whether you have chosen to live alone or find yourself in this situation due to life's circumstances, this journey is yours to shape. Each chapter of this book will guide you through different aspects of solo living, from understanding solitude and building a strong relationship with yourself, to cultivating meaningful connections, embracing personal growth, and designing a life that feels whole and fulfilling. Living alone is not about isolation, but about learning to be your own best companion. It is about discovering what truly makes you happy, setting your own rhythm, and embracing the freedom that comes with self-sufficiency. Through this journey, you will come to realize that peace, joy, and fulfillment are not found outside of you, but within. This is not just a book about being alone. It is a book about living fully, with intention and purpose, regardless of your circumstances. The art of living alone is, at its core, the art of being at peace with yourself. And once you master that, you unlock a life of limitless possibilities. Chapter 1. Understanding Solitude. The difference between being alone and lonely. Many people misunderstand solitude, often equating it with loneliness. However, being alone does not necessarily mean being lonely. In fact, solitude can be one of the most enriching experiences in life when embraced with the right mindset. This chapter explores the distinction between loneliness and solitude, helping you shift your perspective and find empowerment in being alone. The misconception of loneliness. Loneliness is an emotional state where one feels isolated, disconnected, or unwanted. It often stems from a lack of meaningful relationships, unresolved emotional wounds, or dependence on external validation. People who experience loneliness may feel empty, even in the presence of others, because their sense of connection and fulfillment is missing. Loneliness can lead to sadness, anxiety, and even depression if left unaddressed. On the other hand, solitude is a conscious choice. It is the ability to be alone without feeling lonely. Solitude is not about the absence of company, but the presence of oneself. It is an opportunity for self-discovery, introspection, and personal growth. Those who cultivate a deep relationship with themselves find joy in solitude because they understand that their worth is not determined by external factors. Learning to enjoy your own company. The ability to enjoy your own company is a skill that requires practice and self-awareness. In a world that constantly promotes social interactions and external distractions, spending time alone can feel uncomfortable at first. However, solitude allows you to reconnect with your inner self, away from the noise and expectations of others. Instead of fearing solitude, embrace it as a chance to understand your true desires, thoughts, and emotions. Many great thinkers, artists, and leaders have credited solitude as the source of their creativity and wisdom. When you are alone, you have the freedom to explore your thoughts, reflect on your goals, and develop a deeper understanding of who you are. The benefits of solitude. Increased self-awareness. When you spend time alone, you gain clarity about your values, strengths, and aspirations. Without external influences, you can assess what truly matters to you and make decisions that align with your authentic self. Emotional independence. Solitude teaches you to rely on yourself for happiness and fulfillment rather than seeking validation from others. This independence builds confidence and resilience, allowing you to navigate life with a strong sense of self. Improved creativity and productivity. Many of the greatest ideas emerge during moments of solitude. When your mind is free from distractions, you can think deeply, solve problems creatively, and engage in activities that bring joy and fulfillment. Stronger relationships. Ironically, learning to be alone can improve your relationships. When you no longer depend on others for happiness, you enter relationships from a place of abundance rather than neediness. This leads to healthier, more fulfilling connections. Overcoming the fear of being alone. For many, the fear of being alone stems from childhood experiences, societal conditioning, or the belief that solitude equals rejection. However, solitude is not something to be feared. It is an essential part of personal growth. Start by reframing your mindset. Instead of viewing alone time as isolation, see it as an opportunity for self-care and reflection. Engage in activities that nurture your soul, such as journaling, meditation, or creative pursuits. Gradually, you will realize that solitude is not a punishment, but a gift. Embracing solitude as a lifestyle. To fully embrace solitude, create a daily routine that includes moments of intentional alone time. Whether it is enjoying a morning coffee in silence, taking a walk in nature, or practicing mindfulness, these moments allow you to connect with yourself on a deeper level. Additionally, set boundaries with external distractions. In a world dominated by social media and constant connectivity, it is easy to feel overwhelmed by the opinions and expectations of others. Prioritize solitude as a means of self-care and make space for quiet reflection in your daily life. Conclusion. Understanding the difference between being alone and feeling lonely is the first step toward embracing solitude as a source of strength. Rather than fearing isolation, learn to see solitude as an opportunity for self-discovery, independence, and personal fulfillment. By cultivating a positive relationship with yourself, you unlock the freedom to live life on your own terms without the need for external validation. Solitude is not about escaping the world. It is about returning to yourself. When you master the art of being alone, you realize that true peace and happiness come from within. Chapter 2. Building a strong relationship with yourself. Developing a strong relationship with yourself is the foundation of a fulfilling and independent life. Many people spend their lives seeking validation and happiness from external sources, often overlooking the most important relationship of all, the one with themselves. In this chapter, we will explore the key components of self-acceptance, self-love, and emotional independence, helping you cultivate a deep connection with yourself. Understanding the power of self-acceptance. Self-acceptance is the practice of embracing who you are, your strengths, weaknesses, past experiences, and unique qualities. It means recognizing that you are enough just as you are, without the need for external validation. When you fully accept yourself, you no longer feel pressured to meet unrealistic standards set by society, family, or peers. Instead, you cultivate a sense of inner peace, knowing that your worth is inherent. One of the biggest obstacles to self-acceptance is the inner critic, the voice in your mind that tells you that you are not good enough, smart enough, or attractive enough. This voice often originates from societal expectations, childhood experiences, or negative self-perceptions. To counteract this, practice self-compassion. Speak to yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a close friend. Replace self-criticism with affirmations of self-worth and acknowledge your growth rather than focusing on perceived shortcomings. The importance of emotional independence. Many people rely on others for emotional stability, whether it is through romantic relationships, friendships, or social media approval. While connection with others is valuable, true emotional independence comes from being able to regulate your emotions and find contentment within yourself. When you cultivate emotional independence, you become resilient, less affected by external circumstances, and more capable of making decisions based on your own values rather than external pressures. A key step toward emotional independence is learning to enjoy your own company. Instead of fearing solitude, embrace it as an opportunity for self-reflection and growth. Engage in activities that bring you joy, whether it is reading, writing, exercising, or simply spending time in nature. The more comfortable you become with being alone, the less you will seek external validation to fill emotional voids. Developing self-love and confidence. Self-love is the practice of treating yourself with kindness, respect, and care. It means prioritizing your well-being, setting boundaries, and refusing to settle for anything that compromises your happiness. True self-love is not arrogance or narcissism. Rather, it is a deep appreciation for who you are and the willingness to nurture yourself in the same way you would nurture a loved one. Confidence is a natural byproduct of self-love. When you believe in yourself and your abilities, you exude a sense of self-assurance that attracts positive experiences and people into your life. Confidence is not about being perfect. It is about accepting yourself fully and trusting in your own journey. To build confidence, challenge negative self-talk, celebrate your achievements, and step out of your comfort zone regularly. Creating a life that aligns with your true self. A fulfilling life is one that aligns with your core values and passions. Many people live according to societal expectations rather than their own desires, leading to dissatisfaction and a sense of emptiness. To build a strong relationship with yourself, take the time to identify what truly matters to you. Ask yourself, what brings me joy and fulfillment? What values do I want to live by? Am I making decisions that align with my true self, or am I trying to please others? Journaling, meditation, and self-reflection can help you gain clarity on your authentic path. Once you have a clear understanding of your values, make choices that support them, even if they go against societal norms. When you live in alignment with your true self, you experience a deep sense of contentment and purpose. Setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care. A strong relationship with yourself requires setting healthy boundaries in all areas of life. Relationships, work, and personal commitments. Boundaries are not about shutting people out. They are about protecting your energy and well-being. When you set clear boundaries, you communicate your needs and prevent burnout. Self-care is another crucial aspect of self-relationship. Prioritize activities that nourish your body, mind, and soul. Whether it is getting enough rest, engaging in physical activity, eating nutritious foods, or engaging in hobbies, self-care is a way of showing yourself love and respect. Letting go of the need for external validation. Many people seek approval from others to feel worthy or successful. However, true fulfillment comes from within. When you rely on external validation, you give away your power and allow others to dictate your self-worth. To break free from this cycle, practice self-validation. Recognize your accomplishments, appreciate your efforts, and trust your intuition. You do not need others to affirm your worth when you already know it yourself. Conclusion. Building a strong relationship with yourself is a lifelong journey. By practicing self-acceptance, cultivating emotional independence, embracing self-love, and setting healthy boundaries, you create a foundation for lasting happiness and fulfillment. When you prioritize your relationship with yourself, you become more resilient, confident, and at peace with who you are. Ultimately, the most important relationship you will ever have is the one with yourself. Nurture it, cherish it, and let it guide you toward a life of authenticity and joy. Chapter 3. Creating a life that feels whole. Living a fulfilling life does not mean adhering to societal expectations or external standards of success. It means crafting a life that feels whole and meaningful to you, one that aligns with your values, passions, and inner peace. Many people chase achievements, relationships, and material possessions in the hope of feeling complete, only to find themselves feeling empty. True fulfillment comes from within, and in this chapter, we will explore how to cultivate a life that brings genuine joy and contentment. One of the most important steps in creating a fulfilling life is defining what fulfillment means to you personally. Society often dictates what should make us happy: career success, financial stability, social status, but these external markers do not guarantee internal peace. Instead, reflect on what truly brings you joy. Is it creativity, connection with others, a sense of purpose? Identifying your core values and priorities will help you create a life that aligns with your authentic self, rather than chasing external approval. Journaling can be a powerful tool for self-discovery. Ask yourself, what activities make me lose track of time? When do I feel the most at peace? What are the things I would do even if I were not getting paid for them? Answering these questions can help uncover what truly fulfills you. Many people build their lives based on external validation. They pursue careers, relationships, and achievements based on societal expectations rather than personal desires. However, true fulfillment comes from internal validation, knowing that you are enough regardless of outside opinions. Letting go of the need for approval is a process. Start by recognizing patterns where you seek validation from others. Do you measure your worth by social media likes? By your job title? By how others perceive you? Shifting your mindset to prioritize self-approval over external validation is a crucial step toward a more fulfilling life. A life that feels whole is not necessarily one without challenges, but one where you cultivate inner peace despite them. Learning to be present in the moment allows you to appreciate life as it unfolds rather than constantly yearning for the next achievement. Practices like meditation, mindful breathing, and gratitude journaling can help you develop a deeper appreciation for the present. When you focus on the now rather than worrying about the past or future, you create a sense of wholeness within yourself. Once you identify your core values, it is essential to align your daily life with them. If freedom is important to you, but your job makes you feel trapped, consider what changes you can make. If deep connections bring you joy, prioritize meaningful relationships over superficial interactions. Every decision you make should reflect what truly matters to you. Setting boundaries is an important part of this process. Many people overcommit to obligations that do not align with their values, leading to burnout and dissatisfaction. Learning to say no to what does not serve you and yes to what brings you joy is key to living authentically. A fulfilling life is not static. As you grow, your values, passions, and priorities may shift. Embrace change rather than resist it. Personal growth often comes from stepping out of your comfort zone, trying new experiences, and allowing yourself to evolve. Instead of fearing failure, see it as an opportunity to learn and refine your path. Every experience, even the difficult ones, contributes to your journey toward wholeness. When you stop seeing setbacks as roadblocks and instead view them as stepping stones, you create a resilient and fulfilling life. Creating a life that feels whole is about aligning your daily existence with what truly matters to you. It is about letting go of external expectations, cultivating inner peace, and embracing growth. A fulfilling life is not about perfection. It is about living authentically and finding joy in the present moment. When you define success on your own terms and prioritize what truly makes you happy, you create a life that is deeply rewarding and uniquely yours. Chapter 4. Embracing growth and change. Life is a continuous process of growth and transformation. To truly live a fulfilling and independent life, one must learn to embrace change rather than resist it. Many people fear change because it brings uncertainty, challenges, and the need to step out of their comfort zones. However, change is an essential part of self-development. This chapter explores how to accept change, adapt to life transitions, and use challenges as opportunities for growth. Change is inevitable, whether it is a shift in career, the end of a relationship, or a new phase in life. Change is a constant force that shapes who we are. The key to navigating change successfully is shifting your mindset from fear to acceptance. Instead of viewing change as something to be avoided, see it as a gateway to new possibilities. A powerful way to reframe your perspective on change is by recognizing that every transition, even the painful ones, carries valuable lessons. Change forces us to reassess our priorities, develop resilience, and discover strengths we never knew we had. By embracing change with an open heart, we allow ourselves to grow beyond our limitations. One of the biggest obstacles to personal growth is resistance to change. We often cling to familiarity because it feels safe, even when it no longer serves us. Holding on to the past or fearing the unknown can prevent us from experiencing the full potential of our lives. Letting go requires trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, and trust that new opportunities will arise. Instead of seeing change as a loss, view it as a necessary step towards something greater. Let go of limiting beliefs, outdated identities, and fears that hold you back. The moment you stop resisting change, you create space for new experiences and opportunities to enter your life. Life transitions can be challenging, but they also offer opportunities for self-discovery. Whether you are moving to a new city, starting a new job, or experiencing a major personal transformation, the ability to adapt is crucial. To navigate transitions effectively, acknowledge your emotions. Change often brings uncertainty, anxiety, and even grief. Allow yourself to feel these emotions without judgment. Acceptance is the first step toward adaptation. Focus on what you can control. While you may not have control over every aspect of change, you can control your mindset, actions, and responses. Shifting your focus from what is out of your hands to what you can influence empowers you to move forward. Stay present. Rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, focus on the present moment. Mindfulness practices like meditation and deep breathing can help ground you during times of uncertainty. Seek support. Surround yourself with people who uplift and encourage you. Whether it is friends, family, or mentors, having a strong support system can make transitions smoother. Fear of the unknown is one of the most common reasons people resist change. We often create worst-case scenarios in our minds, which can lead to paralysis and inaction. However, growth happens when we step outside our comfort zones and embrace uncertainty. One way to overcome fear is by taking small, intentional steps. Instead of overwhelming yourself with the idea of a massive life overhaul, break it down into manageable actions. Each step forward builds confidence and reduces fear. Additionally, remind yourself that uncertainty is not necessarily negative. Some of life's most beautiful moments come from unexpected experiences. By shifting your perspective from fear to curiosity, you open yourself up to new possibilities. Every challenge carries an opportunity for growth. Instead of viewing obstacles as setbacks, see them as stepping stones toward a stronger, wiser version of yourself. Some of the most successful people in the world have experienced significant failures only to emerge more resilient and determined. To turn challenges into growth opportunities, reframe setbacks as lessons. Instead of seeing failure as the end, view it as feedback that guides your next steps. Develop resilience. Hardships build mental and emotional strength. The more challenges you overcome, the more confident you become in your ability to handle future difficulties. Stay flexible. Adaptability is key to personal growth. Being open to change allows you to navigate life's twists and turns with ease. As you grow, you will change. Your interests, values, and priorities may shift, and that is completely natural. Embracing your evolution means allowing yourself to outgrow old versions of yourself and step into the person you are becoming. Do not be afraid to let go of things that no longer align with you, whether it is a job, a relationship, or a belief system. Growth requires shedding the old to make room for the new. Embracing growth and change is essential for a fulfilling life. When you shift your mindset from fear to curiosity, let go of resistance and see challenges as opportunities, you empower yourself to create the life you desire. Change is not something to be feared. It is something to be embraced. Every transition, every challenge, and every step outside your comfort zone brings you closer to your highest potential. The more you lean into growth, the more you discover the limitless possibilities that life has to offer. Chapter 5. Finding Strength in Solitude. Solitude is often misunderstood. Many associate it with loneliness or isolation, believing that being alone is something to be avoided. However, solitude, when embraced correctly, can be one of the most powerful tools for personal growth, self-discovery, and resilience. This chapter explores how solitude can be a source of strength, creativity, and emotional independence, allowing you to cultivate a deeper connection with yourself and the world around you. The modern world is constantly buzzing with noise, notifications, conversations, media, and obligations. Rarely do we take time to be alone with our thoughts, to sit in stillness and reflect. Yet solitude provides a necessary pause from the chaos, allowing you to reset, refocus, and truly understand yourself. Learning to appreciate solitude is not about withdrawing from society, but about developing the ability to be content with your own company, free from the need for external validation. One of the greatest gifts of solitude is the opportunity for self-reflection. In the quiet moments, free from distractions, you gain clarity about your thoughts, emotions, and desires. You begin to understand what truly matters to you, separate from societal pressures or external influences. This process of introspection can help you make decisions that align with your values and goals, leading to a more authentic and fulfilling life. Solitude also fosters creativity. Many of history's greatest artists, writers, and innovators have credited their best ideas to moments of solitude. When you are alone, your mind is free to wander, explore new possibilities, and tap into deep wells of imagination. Without external distractions, you can focus on creative pursuits, problem solving, and personal projects that bring you joy and fulfillment. In addition to enhancing creativity, solitude builds emotional resilience. When you learn to sit with your emotions without seeking distraction, you develop the ability to process feelings in a healthy and constructive way. Many people use external sources, relationships, social media, entertainment, to avoid confronting their true emotions. However, true strength comes from facing yourself, understanding your fears, and learning to navigate life's challenges independently. When you are comfortable being alone, you no longer fear solitude. Instead, you embrace it as a space for healing and growth. Practicing solitude also helps you cultivate self-reliance. When you spend time alone, you learn to trust yourself, to make decisions based on your intuition rather than external opinions. This confidence in your own judgment empowers you to live authentically and pursue your dreams without the need for constant approval from others. The more time you spend with yourself, the more you realize that your worth is not dependent on anyone else's validation. Solitude is not about isolation, but about balance. It is essential to find a harmony between spending time alone and engaging with the world. Too much solitude without connection can lead to loneliness, just as too much social interaction without self-reflection can lead to burnout. The key is to create intentional moments of solitude that nurture your well-being and allow you to recharge. If you are new to embracing solitude, start small. Take a walk alone in nature, spend time journaling, or enjoy a quiet meal by yourself. Gradually, you will begin to appreciate the peace that comes from these moments. Over time, solitude will become a cherished part of your routine, a sacred space for self-discovery and personal empowerment. Finding strength in solitude is about recognizing that you are whole and complete on your own. It is about understanding that your happiness does not depend on external factors, but on your relationship with yourself. When you embrace solitude, you gain the freedom to live life on your terms, to cultivate inner peace, and to build the emotional resilience needed to navigate life's ups and downs. Solitude is not something to fear. It is something to embrace, a powerful ally on your journey towards self-fulfillment and strength. Chapter 6. Embracing Mindfulness. In the modern world, where distractions are endless and stress is a constant companion, embracing mindfulness can be a transformative practice. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment, aware of your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. It allows you to cultivate a sense of peace and clarity, helping you navigate life's challenges with greater ease. This chapter explores the power of mindfulness, practical ways to integrate it into daily life, and how it can enhance your emotional well-being. Many people live their lives on autopilot, rushing from one task to the next without truly experiencing the present. We dwell on the past, worry about the future, and rarely take time to appreciate the now. Mindfulness teaches us to slow down, to fully engage with the present moment, and to develop a deeper sense of gratitude for life as it unfolds. By practicing mindfulness, you become more attuned to your emotions and reactions, allowing you to respond to situations with intention rather than impulse. One of the fundamental aspects of mindfulness is breath awareness. The breath is always with us, serving as an anchor to the present. Taking a few deep, conscious breaths can instantly calm the mind and bring awareness back to the body. This simple practice can be done anytime, anywhere, whether you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or simply need a moment of clarity. Focusing on your breath helps you stay grounded and prevents your thoughts from spiraling into negativity. Another powerful mindfulness practice is meditation. Contrary to common belief, meditation does not require hours of sitting in silence. Even just 5 to 10 minutes a day of mindful meditation can make a profound difference in your mental clarity and emotional balance. Meditation helps train the mind to focus, reduces stress, and increases self-awareness. By observing your thoughts without attachment, you learn to let go of negativity and cultivate a more peaceful state of mind. Mindfulness is not limited to meditation. It can be incorporated into everyday activities. Simple tasks like eating, walking, or even washing dishes can become mindful experiences when approached with full attention. Instead of mindlessly scrolling through your phone while eating, take the time to savor each bite, noticing the flavors and textures. When walking, focus on the sensation of your feet touching the ground, the rhythm of your breath, and the sounds around you. By bringing awareness to these moments, you transform ordinary experiences into opportunities for presence and appreciation. In addition to improving mental well-being, mindfulness enhances emotional resilience. Life is filled with uncertainties, and our ability to remain calm and centered amid chaos is crucial. When faced with difficulties, mindfulness allows you to acknowledge your emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. Instead of reacting impulsively, you learn to observe your feelings with curiosity and compassion, creating space for intentional and thoughtful responses. Gratitude is another essential component of mindfulness. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant in your life. Keeping a gratitude journal, where you write down 3 things you are grateful for each day, can significantly improve your overall sense of happiness and contentment. The more you cultivate gratitude, the more you realize that joy is not dependent on external circumstances, but rather on your perspective. A mindful approach to life also includes setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care. Many people struggle with saying no, fearing that they will disappoint others. However, constantly overextending yourself leads to burnout and resentment. Mindfulness helps you recognize when you need to pause, rest, and set healthy limits. By honoring your well-being, you create a balanced life that supports both your personal growth and inner peace. Technology, while beneficial, often contributes to mental clutter. The constant notifications, social media comparisons, and digital noise make it challenging to stay present. Practicing mindfulness involves setting intentional limits on screen time and creating tech-free spaces in your daily routine. Disconnecting from digital distractions allows you to reconnect with yourself and the world around you in a more meaningful way. As you integrate mindfulness into your life, remember that it is a journey rather than a destination. There will be moments when your mind wanders, when stress takes over, or when mindfulness feels challenging. The key is to approach yourself with kindness and patience. Each moment presents an opportunity to return to the present and cultivate awareness. Embracing mindfulness is one of the most powerful ways to enhance your quality of life. By learning to be present, practicing gratitude, and managing stress with awareness, you develop a greater sense of inner peace. Mindfulness empowers you to live with intention, to appreciate life's simple joys, and to navigate challenges with a calm and centered mindset. The more you practice mindfulness, the more you will experience a profound shift in your well-being, allowing you to truly live in the moment and embrace the beauty of life as it unfolds. Chapter 7. Developing Emotional Resilience. Life is unpredictable. Challenges, setbacks, and disappointments are inevitable, but how we respond to them determines our ability to grow and move forward. Emotional resilience is the key to navigating life's ups and downs with strength and grace. It is not about avoiding difficulties, but about learning how to face them with a mindset that fosters growth and stability. In this chapter, we will explore how to build emotional resilience, overcome adversity, and cultivate inner strength. At its core, emotional resilience is the ability to adapt to stress, change, and hardship without losing your sense of self. It does not mean being unaffected by challenges, but rather having the capacity to recover and find meaning in difficult situations. Resilience is developed over time through self-awareness, mindset shifts, and intentional practices that reinforce emotional strength. One of the most important components of resilience is self-awareness. Understanding your emotional responses to stress and challenges allows you to take control of how you react. Many people suppress their emotions or react impulsively, which can lead to further distress. Instead, practicing mindfulness, being fully present and aware of your emotions without judgment, can help you process your feelings in a healthy way. When you acknowledge your emotions rather than resist them, you create space for healing and personal growth. Another essential aspect of resilience is reframing negative experiences. How you interpret challenges significantly impacts your ability to overcome them. Rather than viewing obstacles as insurmountable problems, try to see them as opportunities for growth. Every setback teaches a lesson, and every hardship builds strength. Shifting your perspective in this way allows you to move forward rather than remain stuck in frustration or fear. Building a strong support system also plays a crucial role in emotional resilience. While independence is valuable, resilience is not about handling everything alone. Seeking support from trusted friends, family, or mentors can provide encouragement, perspective, and reassurance during tough times. Surrounding yourself with positive influences helps reinforce the belief that you are not alone in your struggles and that overcoming challenges is possible. Self-care is another fundamental pillar of resilience. Taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional well-being strengthens your ability to handle stress. Simple practices such as regular exercise, proper nutrition, adequate sleep, and relaxation techniques can significantly improve emotional stability. Additionally, engaging in activities that bring joy and fulfillment, such as hobbies, reading, or spending time in nature, helps restore emotional balance. One of the biggest obstacles to resilience is fear. Fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown. Fear can be paralyzing, preventing you from taking risks or pursuing meaningful opportunities. However, facing fear head-on is a crucial step toward developing resilience. Instead of allowing fear to dictate your actions, acknowledge it and move forward despite it. The more you challenge your fears, the more confidence you build in your ability to handle adversity. Developing a growth mindset is also essential for emotional resilience. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to learn, rather than as threats to their self-worth. They understand that failure is not a reflection of their abilities, but a stepping stone to improvement. By embracing challenges as learning experiences, you develop the confidence to persist despite obstacles. Another powerful way to strengthen resilience is through gratitude. When facing difficulties, it can be easy to focus on what is going wrong. However, shifting your focus to what is going well can change your entire outlook. Practicing gratitude, whether through journaling, reflection, or verbal appreciation, helps you maintain a balanced perspective and find positivity even in challenging situations. Lastly, resilience requires flexibility. Life rarely goes as planned, and the ability to adapt to change is crucial. Instead of resisting change, embrace it as part of life's natural flow. Being open to new possibilities, adjusting expectations, and staying optimistic can help you navigate uncertainty with confidence and resilience. Emotional resilience is not something you are born with. It is something you cultivate over time through intentional actions and mindset shifts by practicing self-awareness, reframing challenges, seeking support, prioritizing self-care, facing fear, adopting a growth mindset, cultivating gratitude, and embracing change. You can build the strength needed to handle life's uncertainties. The more you develop emotional resilience, the more empowered you become to create a life filled with confidence, adaptability, and inner peace. Chapter 8. The Joy of Solo Adventures. One of the most liberating aspects of living alone is the ability to embark on solo adventures. Many people associate traveling, dining out, or attending events with the need for companionship. But in reality, experiencing these activities alone can be incredibly fulfilling. When you step outside your comfort zone and embrace solo adventures, you open yourself to personal growth, self-discovery, and a deeper appreciation for the world around you. For many, the idea of going to a restaurant alone or traveling solo can feel intimidating. Society often portrays these experiences as something to be shared, leading to unnecessary fear and hesitation. However, overcoming this fear starts with a shift in perspective. Rather than viewing solitude as loneliness, see it as an opportunity for independence and empowerment. Start with small steps. If dining alone in a restaurant seems overwhelming, begin by going to a cafe with a book or a journal. If traveling solo feels daunting, try taking a day trip to a nearby town before venturing further. Each step helps build confidence, making solo experiences feel more natural and enjoyable. One of the most rewarding ways to embrace solo adventures is through travel. Traveling alone allows you to set your own pace, explore based on your interests, and immerse yourself in new experiences without compromise. When traveling alone, you develop problem-solving skills and self-reliance. You learn to navigate unfamiliar places, engage with different cultures, and make spontaneous decisions that enhance your journey. Many solo travelers also find that they connect more deeply with locals and fellow travelers, as they are more open to new interactions without the comfort of familiar company. Planning a solo trip can be exciting and stress-free when done with intention. Consider destinations that align with your interests, whether it's a nature retreat, a historical city, or a cultural hotspot. Prioritize safety by researching accommodations, staying aware of your surroundings, and maintaining regular check-ins with loved ones. With careful planning, solo travel can become a transformative and enriching experience. Solo adventures aren't limited to travel. Everyday experiences, such as going to the movies, visiting museums, or exploring new hobbies, can be equally fulfilling. These activities allow you to engage with your interests fully, without external distractions or compromises. Engaging in solo hobbies fosters self-discovery and creativity. Whether it's learning a new language, practicing photography, or taking up hiking, these experiences encourage personal growth and mental well-being. The key is to embrace curiosity and step into activities with an open mind. A significant benefit of solo adventures is the ability to be fully present in the moment. Without the distractions of conversation or external expectations, you can fully absorb your surroundings, appreciate details, and cultivate mindfulness. Try practicing mindful observation, whether it's taking in the architecture of a city, savoring a meal's flavors, or noticing the sounds of nature during a hike. By engaging with the world in this way, solo adventures become not just activities, but meaningful, transformative experiences. Each solo adventure, big or small, builds self-confidence. When you successfully navigate a new place, enjoy a meal alone, or attend an event by yourself, you reinforce the idea that your happiness and fulfillment are not dependent on others. The more you embrace solo experiences, the more comfortable you become with your own company. This self-assurance extends beyond adventures and into everyday life, strengthening your independence and overall well-being. Solo adventures offer a unique path to self-discovery, confidence, and joy. By stepping outside of societal norms and embracing experiences alone, you create opportunities for personal growth and fulfillment. Whether it's through travel, hobbies, or simple everyday activities, learning to enjoy your own company is a powerful skill that enriches your life in countless ways. Embrace the freedom, curiosity, and empowerment that come with solo adventures. You may find that some of life's most rewarding experiences happen when you embark on them alone. Chapter 9. Minimalism and Living Alone. Living alone presents a unique opportunity to embrace minimalism, not just as a design choice, but as a philosophy for life. When you live by yourself, every decision about your space, your possessions, and your daily habits is entirely your own. Without external influences dictating your environment, you have the freedom to create a lifestyle that is simple, meaningful, and free from unnecessary distractions. Minimalism is not about deprivation. It is about making intentional choices that align with your values and enhance your well-being. One of the first steps in embracing minimalism is decluttering, not only in a physical sense, but also mentally and emotionally. A cluttered space often leads to a cluttered mind, making it harder to focus and find peace within your home. Start by evaluating your belongings and asking yourself whether each item serves a purpose or brings you joy. If something no longer adds value to your life, letting it go can be liberating. The same applies to mental clutter, old habits, negative thought patterns, and emotional baggage that no longer serve you can also be released. By simplifying both your environment and your mindset, you create more room for clarity, creativity, and tranquility. Minimalism extends beyond possessions. It is also about how you spend your time and energy. When you live alone, you have the freedom to structure your days according to your own priorities. This is an opportunity to remove obligations and commitments that drain you and instead focus on activities that truly matter. Being mindful of how you allocate your time allows you to live with greater purpose and intentionality. Whether it is dedicating time to a creative pursuit, practicing mindfulness, or simply enjoying quiet moments, minimalism encourages you to prioritize quality over quantity in every aspect of life. Another benefit of minimalism when living alone is the financial freedom it brings. When you shift your mindset from accumulating things to valuing experiences, you naturally spend less on material possessions and more on what truly enriches your life. By simplifying your lifestyle, you reduce financial stress and gain the ability to invest in experiences that bring long-term fulfillment. Instead of filling your home with unnecessary decor or items you rarely use, you can direct your resources toward travel, learning new skills, or engaging in meaningful social interactions. Financial minimalism also means being intentional with your purchases, choosing quality over quantity, and recognizing that true happiness does not come from accumulating more, but from appreciating what you already have. Creating a minimalist home environment can enhance your sense of peace and well-being. A clutter-free space fosters a clear mind and a calming atmosphere, making it easier to relax and recharge. Choosing a simple yet functional layout, incorporating natural light, and surrounding yourself with only the essentials can create a sanctuary that reflects your values. Minimalist living does not mean having an empty or sterile space. Rather, it is about curating an environment that brings a sense of balance and harmony. Every object in your home should have a purpose, whether it is practical or sentimental, contributing to an overall sense of intentionality. One of the biggest challenges of minimalism is resisting societal pressures to constantly acquire more. We live in a culture that equates success and happiness with consumption, making it easy to fall into the trap of accumulating things without questioning their true value. Learning to separate your desires from external influences is key to embracing minimalism fully. Instead of seeking validation through possessions, focus on cultivating a life that is rich in experiences, relationships, and personal growth. By shifting your perspective from material wealth to emotional and mental well-being, you redefine what it means to live a fulfilling life. Minimalism also encourages deeper self-awareness. When you remove distractions and unnecessary excess, you gain a clearer understanding of your true priorities. Living alone provides the perfect environment for this kind of introspection, allowing you to evaluate what truly matters without external noise. Through this process, you develop a stronger connection with yourself, learning to appreciate the beauty of simplicity and the freedom that comes with it. Embracing minimalism while living alone is a journey, not a destination. It is about continuously refining your life to align with what brings you happiness and fulfillment. Some days you may feel the urge to add more, while other days you may find joy in letting go. The key is to remain mindful of your choices and to recognize that minimalism is not about rigid rules, but about creating a life that feels intentional and meaningful. By simplifying your space, your schedule, and your mindset, you open yourself up to a life of greater clarity, peace, and fulfillment. Living with less does not mean sacrificing joy. Rather, it allows you to focus on what truly matters. When you embrace minimalism in all aspects of your life, you discover that the greatest richness comes not from what you own, but from the depth of your experiences and the freedom to live on your own terms. Chapter 10. Creating Meaningful Connections While Living Alone. Living alone offers a sense of independence and personal freedom, but it does not mean living in isolation. Human beings are naturally social creatures, and meaningful connections are essential for emotional well-being. While solitude can be fulfilling, maintaining strong relationships with others enriches life and provides a sense of belonging. Living alone presents an opportunity to cultivate deeper, more intentional connections, free from the pressures of constant social obligations. One of the key aspects of building meaningful relationships while living alone is being intentional about social interactions. Without the built-in companionship of housemates or family members, socializing requires a conscious effort. This does not mean forcing interactions, but rather prioritizing quality over quantity. Surrounding yourself with people who bring value, inspiration, and genuine connection into your life makes your relationships more rewarding. Choosing to engage with individuals who respect your space and understand your lifestyle allows you to maintain your independence while still fostering meaningful bonds. Technology provides incredible opportunities to stay connected, but it is essential to use it mindfully. Social media, messaging apps, and video calls make it easier than ever to maintain relationship across distances, yet they can also create a false sense of connection. Engaging in meaningful conversations, scheduling in-person meetups, and prioritizing deep interactions over superficial exchanges help strengthen relationships. Rather than passively scrolling through updates, take the time to reach out, check in, and have genuine conversations with the people who matter to you. Another important aspect of cultivating meaningful relationships is nurturing friendships that align with your values and lifestyle. When living alone, you have the freedom to choose who you spend time with, allowing you to develop relationships that are supportive and fulfilling. Friendship should be built on mutual respect, trust, and shared experiences. Being proactive about making plans, whether it is a simple coffee catch-up or a weekend trip, helps maintain these connections and prevents feelings of isolation. Community engagement is another way to build meaningful connections while living alone. Becoming involved in social groups, clubs, or volunteering initiatives provides opportunities to meet like-minded individuals and develop a sense of belonging. Whether it is joining a book club, taking a fitness class, or participating in community events, engaging with others who share similar interests fosters new friendships and expands your social network. Building relationships through shared activities creates a natural and fulfilling way to connect with others without feeling forced. Living alone also allows you to strengthen family relationships on your own terms. While physical distance may exist, maintaining a strong bond with family members is still possible through regular communication and intentional visits. Instead of feeling obligated to interact daily, you can develop a rhythm that suits both you and your loved ones. Quality time spent together, whether in person or through meaningful conversations, helps preserve and deepen family connections. Another powerful way to cultivate relationships while living alone is by practicing active listening and being present in interactions. When you engage with others, giving them your full attention strengthens the bond and makes conversations more meaningful. People appreciate feeling heard and valued, and being an attentive listener fosters deeper relationships. Practicing empathy, asking thoughtful questions, and showing genuine interest in others' lives creates a stronger connection and builds trust. Maintaining social independence while nurturing connections is a delicate balance. It is important to set boundaries that honor your need for solitude while remaining open to meaningful interactions. Recognizing that social energy varies from person to person allows you to navigate relationships in a way that feels natural and fulfilling. Choosing when and how to engage socially rather than feeling pressured to meet societal expectations ensures that your relationships remain enriching rather than draining. One of the greatest benefits of living alone is the ability to develop a deeper relationship with yourself, which in turn enhances your ability to connect with others. When you are comfortable in your own company, relationships become an extension of your happiness rather than a necessity for it. Instead of seeking validation or companionship out of loneliness, you approach relationships from a place of abundance, making connections more genuine and fulfilling. Cultivating meaningful relationships while living alone is about finding a balance between solitude and social interaction. It is about choosing relationships that uplift and support you, engaging in activities that foster connections, and maintaining communication with those who matter. By embracing both independence and meaningful interactions, you create a life that is both fulfilling and socially enriching. True connection is not about quantity, but about depth. And when you live alone, you have the freedom to cultivate relationships that truly align with your values and enhance your well-being. Chapter 11. Self-Discovery Through Solitude. Spending time alone is one of the most powerful ways to embark on a journey of self-discovery. In a world that constantly demands our attention and engagement, solitude provides a rare opportunity to turn inward, reflect, and truly understand who we are. Living alone creates a space where self-exploration is not just possible, but necessary. It allows you to define yourself outside of external influences, giving you the freedom to grow in ways that may not have been possible in a shared environment. One of the first steps in self-discovery through solitude is learning to listen to yourself. Without the noise of social expectations, the opinions of others, or the pressures of daily interactions, you have the chance to recognize your own thoughts, desires, and beliefs more clearly. Taking time to reflect on what truly makes you happy, what values you hold dear, and what aspirations you want to pursue allows you to develop a stronger sense of identity. Journaling, meditating, or simply sitting in stillness can help bring clarity to thoughts and emotions that may have previously been overshadowed by the outside world. Solitude also allows for deeper emotional awareness. Many people go through life suppressing emotions or distracting themselves from their true feelings through constant activity and social interactions. When you are alone, you have the opportunity to sit with your emotions, understand them, and process them in a healthy way. Rather than avoiding discomfort, solitude encourages you to confront your fears, insecurities, and doubts, ultimately leading to greater emotional resilience. Learning to be present with your own emotions fosters self-compassion and inner strength, making you less reliant on external validation for emotional stability. Another key aspect of self-discovery is exploring personal interests without outside influence. When living with others, it is easy to adopt shared hobbies or participate in activities that align with group dynamics. However, when you are alone, you have the freedom to experiment with different interests and find what truly resonates with you. Whether it is painting, playing an instrument, writing, hiking, or learning a new skill, solitude provides the perfect environment for creative and intellectual exploration. This process not only enriches your life, but also helps you cultivate a deeper understanding of what genuinely brings you joy and fulfillment. Spending time alone also enhances decision-making skills and self-trust. Without the constant input of others, you learn to rely on your own judgment and intuition. Making choices without external influence strengthens confidence in your ability to navigate life independently. Whether it is making career decisions, setting personal goals, or choosing how to structure your daily routine, learning to trust yourself is an essential part of self-discovery. The more you practice making decisions on your own, the more empowered you become in shaping a life that aligns with your authentic self. Solitude fosters a sense of self-sufficiency that extends beyond practical independence. While learning to cook for yourself, manage your space, and handle daily responsibilities is important, true self-sufficiency comes from knowing that you are enough on your own. When you cultivate a fulfilling relationship with yourself, you no longer seek companionship out of fear of loneliness, but rather out of a genuine desire for meaningful connection. This shift in mindset transforms the way you engage with others, allowing relationships to be built on mutual appreciation rather than emotional dependency. Another profound benefit of solitude is the opportunity to redefine success and fulfillment on your own terms. Society often dictates what a successful life should look like, career achievements, social status, relationships, but living alone allows you to step back and question whether those definitions align with your personal values. You have the space to create a life that is fulfilling to you rather than one that simply meets societal expectations. This might mean prioritizing creative pursuits, embracing a slower pace of life, or focusing on personal growth over external accomplishments. The ability to define what success means to you is one of the greatest gifts of self-discovery. Spending time alone also nurtures a deeper appreciation for solitude itself. Rather than viewing it as something to be endured, you begin to see it as a source of strength and renewal. The ability to be alone without feeling lonely is a powerful skill that leads to greater emotional independence and resilience. By embracing solitude as a positive force in your life, you develop a deeper connection with yourself and a greater appreciation for the quiet moments that bring clarity and peace. Self-discovery is an ongoing journey, and solitude serves as a catalyst for growth, transformation, and self-awareness. It is through moments of stillness that we come to understand ourselves most deeply, uncovering passions, strengths, and truths that might have remained hidden in the noise of everyday life. Living alone provides the perfect environment for this journey, offering the space, freedom, and quiet necessary to explore the depths of who you truly are. By embracing solitude with curiosity and openness, you allow yourself to grow into the most authentic version of yourself, creating a life that is not only fulfilling, but uniquely your own. Chapter 12. Overcoming Society's Stigma on Living Alone. Living alone is often met with societal misconceptions and stigma. Many cultures equate solitude with loneliness, viewing those who choose to live independently as isolated or unfulfilled. The pressure to conform to traditional social structures, whether through marriage, cohabitation, or close-knit communal living, can make individuals feel as though living alone is an unnatural or undesirable choice. However, as more people embrace independent living, it becomes clear that solitude can be a powerful and fulfilling way of life. Overcoming societal stigma starts with redefining what it means to live alone and recognizing the immense personal growth, freedom, and fulfillment it can bring. One of the biggest challenges of living alone is dealing with external judgment. Friends, family, and even colleagues may express concern or make assumptions about your happiness and well-being. Comments like, "Don't you feel lonely?" or "When will you settle down?" can create unnecessary doubt or pressure. However, these questions often stem from societal conditioning rather than an understanding of what it truly means to live alone. The key to overcoming these judgments is confidence in your own choices. When you fully embrace and appreciate your lifestyle, external opinions lose their power. Understanding that your worth is not tied to societal expectations, but rather to your own sense of fulfillment, allows you to navigate these conversations with ease and self-assurance. Another common misconception is that living alone means lacking companionship or deep connections. However, independent living does not equate to social isolation. Many people who live alone cultivate stronger, more intentional relationships because they have the freedom to engage in meaningful social interactions on their own terms. Living alone allows you to choose quality over quantity in your relationships, fostering connections that are based on genuine compatibility rather than convenience or obligation. It is entirely possible to have a rich and fulfilling social life while maintaining the independence that comes with living alone. Society often romanticizes the idea of constant companionship, leading many to fear solitude. However, being alone does not mean being lonely. Loneliness stems from a lack of connection, not from physical solitude. In contrast, solitude provides an opportunity for deep self-reflection, creativity, and emotional independence. Many people who live alone find that they develop a stronger sense of self, increased confidence, and a greater ability to enjoy their own company. When you redefine solitude as an empowering and enriching experience, you break free from the notion that being alone is something to be pitied or avoided. Another challenge that comes with societal stigma is the internalized belief that living alone is a temporary phase rather than a valid long-term choice. Many people see independent living as a transition period before settling into a more conventional lifestyle. However, living alone can be a permanent and fulfilling choice for those who genuinely thrive in solitude. Whether you choose to live alone for a few years or for a lifetime, the value of your experience is not diminished by its duration. Recognizing that independent living is a legitimate and valuable way of life helps dismantle the idea that it is merely a stepping stone towards something else. One way to combat societal stigma is by embracing and sharing the benefits of living alone. When people see you thriving, they begin to challenge their own preconceived notions about solitude. Speaking openly about your experiences, setting an example of fulfillment and independence, and encouraging others to question societal norms can help shift perspectives. The more people recognize the benefits of living alone, such as self-sufficiency, personal growth, and the ability to design a life that aligns with one's values, the more accepted it becomes as a valid and fulfilling lifestyle choice. It is also important to challenge the narratives that equate living alone with failure or inadequacy. Many cultures associate independence with success in other areas of life: career growth, financial stability, and personal achievement. Yet when it comes to relationships, there remains an outdated belief that true success must involve partnership. However, success is highly individual and should not be measured solely by one's relationship status. Choosing to live alone is not a sign of failure, but a declaration of self-sufficiency and confidence in one's ability to create a meaningful life without societal validation. Redefining happiness on your own terms is essential when facing societal stigma. Rather than allowing external opinions to dictate your sense of fulfillment, focus on what truly makes you happy. Whether it is pursuing creative passions, traveling alone, building a career, or simply enjoying the peace of your own space, happiness comes from living in alignment with your values. When you embrace this mindset, societal judgments become irrelevant, and you gain the freedom to shape your life according to your own desires. Overcoming societal stigma about living alone is not about proving anything to others, but about embracing your choices with confidence and clarity. As society continues to evolve, traditional expectations are being challenged, and independent living is becoming more widely accepted. By rejecting outdated notions and fully appreciating the benefits of solitude, you empower yourself to live freely, authentically, and without the weight of societal expectations. Living alone is not a limitation. It is an opportunity to create a life that is uniquely yours, filled with growth, purpose, and self-discovery. Chapter 13. Embracing a life of fulfillment. Living alone is not just about independence. It is about creating a life that feels whole, meaningful, and fulfilling on your own terms. Throughout this journey, you have explored the power of solitude, the importance of self-discovery, and the ways in which living alone can be a source of strength rather than loneliness. Now, as you reflect on these lessons, the focus shifts toward embracing fulfillment as an ongoing, evolving process. A truly fulfilling life is not defined by external validation or societal expectations, but by the choices you make every day to align with your deepest values and desires. One of the most important aspects of fulfillment is self-acceptance. Living alone gives you the space to embrace who you are, without the constant input or influence of others. It allows you to build a relationship with yourself that is rooted in self-respect, compassion, and authenticity. When you accept yourself fully, the strengths, the flaws, and everything in between, you create a foundation of inner peace that no external circumstance can shake. True fulfillment comes from knowing that you are enough just as you are. Another key element of a fulfilling life is finding joy in the present moment. Many people live in a constant state of anticipation, believing that happiness will come once they achieve a certain milestone, a promotion, a relationship, a new experience. However, real fulfillment is found in appreciating life as it unfolds, in the small, quiet moments that often go unnoticed, whether it is enjoying a morning coffee in stillness, watching a sunset, or engaging in a creative pursuit. Embracing the present allows you to cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude and contentment. Living alone also provides an incredible opportunity to design your life with intention. Without the constraints of external obligations or expectations, you have the freedom to shape your days in a way that aligns with what truly matters to you. This means prioritizing experiences, relationships, and pursuits that bring meaning and letting go of anything that no longer serves you. The ability to curate a lifestyle that reflects your unique values is one of the greatest gifts of independent living, and it is the key to long-term fulfillment. A fulfilling life is also one that embraces continuous growth. Just because you are comfortable with solitude and independence does not mean that you stop evolving. Growth comes from pushing past comfort zones, seeking out new experiences, and challenging yourself in ways that lead to greater self-awareness. Whether it is learning a new skill, exploring a passion, or stepping into unfamiliar situations, fulfillment is found in the willingness to expand beyond what is familiar. At the heart of fulfillment is connection, not just with others, but with yourself and the world around you. While living alone fosters self-sufficiency, it does not mean disconnecting from meaningful relationships. Instead, it allows you to engage in connections that are truly intentional, where every relationship you maintain is one that adds value and joy to your life. Fulfilling relationships are those built on mutual understanding, shared values, and respect for each other's individuality. By cultivating connections that uplift and inspire you, you create a social environment that enhances your well-being without compromising your independence. Another essential component of fulfillment is purpose. A life without purpose can feel directionless, no matter how independent or successful one may be. Purpose does not have to be tied to a grand mission or career achievement. It can be as simple as engaging in activities that bring you joy, contributing to your community, or pursuing something that makes you feel alive. When you have a sense of purpose, your life takes on a greater sense of meaning, making solitude feel enriching rather than empty. Embracing fulfillment also means letting go of societal expectations and defining success on your own terms. Society often equates success with external achievements, wealth, status, relationships, but true success is deeply personal. For some, it may mean creative expression. For others, it may be a life of simplicity and inner peace. When you free yourself from external pressures and embrace what genuinely fulfills you, you gain the ability to live with authenticity and joy. As this journey comes to a close, it is important to remember that fulfillment is not a final destination, but a continuous process. There will be moments of doubt, times when solitude feels challenging, and days when external pressures may creep in. But through it all, the key is to stay true to yourself, to trust in your own path, and to recognize that fulfillment is found in the way you choose to live each day. The freedom of living alone is not just about being by yourself. It is about creating a life that is rich with meaning, growth, and purpose. In the end, the art of living alone is not about isolation, but about self-empowerment. It is about embracing solitude as a space for transformation, cultivating relationships that are meaningful, and designing a life that is uniquely yours. When you fully embrace this journey, you come to realize that fulfillment has never been about external circumstances. It has always been within you. And that is the greatest freedom of all. That is uniquely yours, filled with growth, purpose, and self-discovery. Conclusion. Living alone is not just a circumstance. It is an art, an ongoing journey of self-discovery, growth, and fulfillment. Throughout this book, we have explored the power of solitude, the importance of building a strong relationship with yourself, and the ways in which independent living can be an opportunity rather than a limitation. Choosing to embrace life on your own terms is a courageous act, one that allows you to cultivate inner peace, resilience, and a deep sense of self-sufficiency. As you move forward, remember that living alone does not mean living in isolation. It is about finding balance between solitude and connection, independence and community, personal growth and meaningful relationships. It is about designing a life that aligns with your values, prioritizing what brings you joy, and letting go of societal expectations that no longer serve you. There will be days when solitude feels empowering, and there may be moments when it feels challenging. But through it all, you have the ability to shape your experience, to transform loneliness into contentment, and to turn quiet moments into opportunities for reflection and creativity. The beauty of this journey is that it is uniquely yours. There is no right or wrong way to live alone, only the path that feels most authentic to you. The true art of living alone is not about simply existing in solitude. It is about thriving in it. It is about understanding that happiness does not come from external validation, but from the relationship you build with yourself. When you fully embrace the freedom, strength, and wisdom that come with independent living, you realize that you are never truly alone. You always have yourself, and that is more than enough. May you continue to walk this path with confidence, curiosity, and an open heart. Your life is yours to shape, and the possibilities are endless.